Say that 3 times. Grab your coffee, your dog, your wig glue, because today we are serving legendary realness with a side of sass and a sprinkle of showbiz sparkle. She's the Broadway bombshell with the voice of an angel and the humor of a slightly inebriated nun. And that's on a good day, baby. She's been called enormous by Sir Elton John, no less, burly and beloved by every gay uncle from Provincetown to Palm Springs. She's conquered the Sydney Opera House, Carnegie Hall, and yes, even the men's room at Macy's. And now she's bringing her holiday fantasia and her heart, plus her adorable dog Jasper, to South Florida. Please welcome the incomparable, the unstoppable, the total unfloppable Varla Jean Merman.
Hello, Faye. I'm so happy to be in your bed with Jasper.
Oh, look, yeah. Thank you so much for getting in bed with me, honey. I love this light blue on you.
Oh, nice. Ice blue.
Ooh, I love it. Ice, baby. So, Varla, you just wrapped your 30th season in P-Town. Holy shit.
Can you believe it? Yeah, I first went to Provincetown July 5th, 1995. I opened for Lip Synca. Do you remember Lip Synca? Some of the old queens. Well, honey, that's how long.
Wow.
She might be dead now. But listen, I opened for her, and then I started doing seasons, I think, in 98, and then I've done every year in Provincetown, and I love it. I love it. But
and they love you.
Oh,
they
adore
well you.
I know, honey. Thank God.
Ooh, 3 decades of wigs, wackiness, and just love. I saw the drowsy Chappelle Rowan at the Crown and Anchor, and it was hilarious, weirdly spiritual, like a gospel brunch, right? But it was all about love. Everybody wanted to see you. It was during Carnival, and you could not say Varla at any corner without somebody going, "Are you going? Are you going?" It was that kind of love. No wonder you love it there.
Big fish, little pond, and I'll keep it that way, honey. I'll keep it that way. I love it. No, and I'm so lucky because I get to do a show in Provincetown, and I get to do it 80 times. So, honey, if the show isn't good by the end of the summer, I should throw her away. No, so it's great. Now I'm traveling all over the country. I'm going to be in Orlando this Friday and Saturday. If you have friends in Orlando, tell them. They can go to my website, varlajean.com. Had to get that in there. But this show, the Drowsy Chapel Roan, is all about pop princesses. And I'm bringing it to Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, my God. I can't wait for
that. The Sunshine Cathedral on January 24th. Yes.
All right. So get your tickets. I definitely am going to be there for that. And there's even going to be a possibility for you to do a meet and greet with Varla Jean. So get your tickets, definitely. It's January 24th. I already got my tickets. There's still some left, so get yours for sure. So I did see the Drowsy Chapel Roan in P-Town, and it was amazing. And now, that right there alone sounds like a fever dream, the Drowsy Chapel Rowan. How did that come? Why that name?
Well, she is an amazing pop star. And what happened is that after the election, I deleted all my news apps. I wanted light and fluffy. I deleted everything, and I started listening to Chapel Roan. So then
light and fluffy.
She's pop. I love her. And then I go to the Starbucks in Wilton Manors. I'm waiting for my drink. And then there's this hot daddy in a kilt standing next to me, and I hear him say to the barista, "Oh yeah, my niece is doing a Christmas special with Sabrina Carpenter on Friday." And I was like, wait a minute, Chapel Roan is doing that with Sabrina Carpenter. Turns out Chapel Roan has a gay uncle who lives right here in Wilton Manors.
Shut the hell up!
He's a flight attendant. Did I mention he was gay? And can you believe it? And I met him, and I thought it's a sign from God. I should do this show. Now, it's not all Chapel Roan. I do all pop princesses and prove that they've all ripped me off.
They all
have ripped me off. So I just thought it was a sign from God that I met Chapel Roan's uncle at a Starbucks in Wilton Manors in a kilt. Honey, he's fabulous, and she's fab. Maybe he'll bring her. Wouldn't that be great?
Maybe he will. I mean, I want to be invited to their Thanksgiving Day, right? Family affair.
Yes. Well,
you never know who you're going to meet at a Starbucks in Wilton. Just understand that,
oh my God, yes, you could meet me.
I mean, you could meet Varla. You might
a little more casual.
Also, you might not know. You know what I mean?
Look, I put Jasper to sleep. Look at my big hairy foot.
She's like, "Are my feet gonna show? Are my feet gonna?" I'm like, "No." And then she goes to show them. Explain that to me. And her feet are not awful. Who made you feel bad about your feet? Was there a sexual encounter where the gentleman said, "Ooh, your feet"?
No, actually, thanks, Faye. No, in
I
fact,
think your feet are great.
in fact, I used to wear, the stripper heels, the clearly, they're called clearly specials, and it's just an acrylic heel, and it's just plastic on there. So my toes have had to grip onto that for years, and so my toes literally look like this, like I'm on the moon and it's upside down, and so my toes just are naturally formed now like this,
Okay.
and they look really great when they're right here next to my face.
Oh my God. They're not that bad, and mine are pretty.
Yours
pretty
are
similar.
gorgeous.
Look at how long
No.
those toes are. I
Honey.
can pick up shit with my toes. I can finger lesbians with my toes.
Wait,
But
is
that's
that
a
what this
positive.
bed is for? What's Jasper?
Jasper's like, I don't want to know about
I know,
lesbians.
yeah.
That's too much. That's too
what-
much.
Say hello.
Hi, Jasper.
That's my
Let's talk
baby.
about Jasper, right?
Yes.
When I saw the Drowsy Chaperone in P-Town, I didn't expect for Jasper to be on stage, and he
Yes.
has a lot of stage time, you know?
He does. Well, there's an amazing song that Sabrina Carpenter does called Taste, and it's really kind of gross. She sings, "If I hear you're back together," and if that's true, she's singing it to a girl. "You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you." And you're like, yeah, so I sing, if we get together, Jasper's here too, so you'll just have to taste him when I'm kissing you, because I let Jasper lick my face. I saw one time on a TikTok video that it actually hurts their feelings when you make them not stop licking you, so I just let Jasper lick my whole face. He's mommy's little makeup
That's
remover.
it. Let him. Does Jasper have a writer? Does he demand Avion water and green room belly rubs? Every time I've seen you, he's on stage with you, but he always has a hot handler off stage. All right?
Well, he has a wrangler. Yes, you know what, Jasper? I mean, I would give him anything he wanted because he's the sweetest thing. He's so sweet. Here, put your little face in the camera, though. There you go. Oh, there he is. He's so sweet and
No, he really
so loyal,
is.
and he loves to fly. He loves to be in the show. He jumps through hoops. But he requires chicken.
Oh, okay, so that's what he
Chicken,
likes.
yes.
Do you think that Jasper's gay?
Jasper, you know what? My friend calls Jasper a femme top. He does, because he is kind of really alpha, but he's a femme top.
No,
yes.
I get that.
I call him tough fluff. Yeah.
Tough fluff.
Yeah, because he's tough too. He was barking at everybody coming in here.
He wasn't. He was just defending his mama.
Yeah,
That's it, you know?
that's my baby.
The holidays are coming. I mean, they're practically here.
Yes.
Next week is freaking Thanksgiving. I can't believe that. And I'm even more excited about you coming back and decking the halls, right? And I don't just mean your dressing room. You're coming to Sunshine Cathedral for Holiday Fantasia with the incomparable and super adorable Matthew
So
Darren.
sweet. He is so kind, so talented, so amazing to work with.
How did you meet him?
I met him here in
Gay
Rome
men
Manor.
bathroom.
Yeah,
No.
I have no idea. Sniffies? No. Anyway, yeah, I just saw his hair hanging down, the torso. No, he is so, I think I met him here. Yeah, we met him here. He's an amazing singer. He can produce anything. He's actually produced some songs for me that I've used in my show. And he puts that Christmas concert together, has a different charity every year. Please come see it. Holiday Fantasia. The singing is unbelievable, not by me, but by everybody else. I'm comic relief. But he is amazing, Matthew Darren. And every year he gets such a great group of people to be in the show. And, if you really want to start the holidays right, be at Sunshine Cathedral on December 7th.
Yes.
It is a Sunday, and then we'll all go to Scandals.
And then we'll all go to Scandals. You see?
I'm going to be there before and after.
You see, Scott Holland will all be at Scandals. I mean, that's it. Matthew Darren is so incredible. And when he puts this Christmas show together, right? I mean, he does it he probably starts putting it together the day after the last one.
I know. He works so hard, and he's sexy, too.
And he's so
He's
sexy.
very
And that
sexy.
hair,
Yeah, the hair is beautiful.
it's the hair reminds me of a blonde girl, an ex-girlfriend of mine. And I think
really?
maybe that's why it smells like it, too.
He doesn't remind me of an ex-girlfriend.
No, he doesn't. But you kids, you play off each other so well.
Yeah, we have a good time. We've done some fun stuff. And I haven't even started writing when I'm doing this. But I have a busy week. I need to get to Orlando and come back, and I'll start working.
Okay, well, I mean,
Yeah.
Orlando will be all right. Orlando just had Orlando Pride. Orlando, make sure that you go and you go support Varla Jean, all right? She is the drag queen that other drag queens go and say, I learned my shit from her, all right? Or, better yet, sorry, I stole my shit from her.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I wanted
That's
to make
all right,
sure,
that's
you
all
know
right.
what I mean? So we were talking about Holiday Fantasia, and it's all going to support an incredible organization close to my heart.
Yes.
You have a picture right there next to you
Yes.
of my brother and me. That is
Oh.
Tony Lima, and he is the CEO of SunServe.
SunServe.
And
SunServe.
And
Yes,
SunServe is benefiting from this year's Holiday Fantasia.
Yes.
They help. What is it? My old pastor told me, from the womb to the tomb, they take care of you, right?
Oh my God, that's amazing. Well, you know, I just think as entertainers and personalities this year, we just have such, well, for the next 3 years now at this point, we have such a responsibility because so many people have lost funding. I will do any benefit. Anyone out there, if you need somebody to do a benefit, if you've lost funding, you need help, just contact me, because I just think we have to help these amazing organizations who have been defunded. And so we sort of have a responsibility, just like, you know, honey, I grew up doing shows during, you know, with the AIDS epidemic. So, you know, we had a responsibility then. So, you know, and I think all my sisters would agree, you know, we have got to be out there, be visible, and help people raise money. You were at the Equality Florida. We raised over $225,000, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, we got to fight.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fighting to do. Fighting takes money.
Fighting does take money. Do you ever, you mentioned the AIDS crisis, right? And one of my real good friends is Dale Stein, who is also a friend of yours. I know you love
amazing
Dale.
photographer, yes.
Dale wrote my theme song for my FayWhat
he
show.
did?
And he's so amazing. And he also sang it. And he is so incredible.
He is.
You know, he mentioned sometimes about having survivor's guilt.
Yes.
From that time, you know, and what that has helped him want to fight more and help other organizations now. Do you ever feel that way?
Well, you know, it's interesting because I had a lot of friends who were HIV positive who, when they were getting their COVID tests, the first round, when everyone was like, you're going to die if you get it, people having total PTSD, PTSD,
you got it right. One of those. It was close enough. We knew what you meant.
You know, having it because they, you know, were worried they would have it, have to tell friends again, you know, so I totally understand. But I don't know if I have survivor's guilt, but I definitely see, you know, that the older queens are much more inclined to get up and start fighting. I think a lot of the younger queens have had a pretty good life. Let me tell you, honey, everybody has to fight now. Everybody, young and old, we have all got to do this together because it's going to be a rough time for the next couple of years. But you know what? We can get through it, and we have to hope for the midterms, and we just have to don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Because I thought even recently, I'm kind of depressed. And it was like, because it seemed like nothing to hope for. But you know what? We have each other. And that is so important. So important. At the benefit the other day for Equality Florida, I was just realized we can make each other happy. You know what I mean? We have to depend on each other more than the outside world. Community comes first. First right now, you know?
Yeah, 100%. And it has to, right? It just, you know, it reminds me of those days where, well, I mean, you know, I read history, right? You know, history still exists in my house, right? You know, and I know that during those times, during the AIDS crisis, you know, a lot of people didn't have their families. They were shunned by their families, and lesbians stepped up and helped a lot of gay men, right? That unity that happened there needs to happen now with all the letters of our LGBTQIA+.
Yes.
Because
you know,
it's scary times.
It is scary times. And, you know, that's one reason I love Provincetown, too, because during the AIDS crisis, a lot of people came from New York, Boston, to Provincetown to die. And the lesbians took care of them, and the Portuguese women. There's actually an amazing documentary. The Portuguese women who are native to Provincetown took care of all these dying men.
Wow.
And so Provincetown just has an amazing history and, you know, an artistic history. And it's an amazing place. So if you haven't come to Provincetown, I'm going to open a new show next summer.
Are you?
Every year, honey.
No,
what am I gonna do?
Listen, Provincetown is magical, okay? I had never been to Provincetown, right? I've been fucking everywhere there's gay boys, right? I had never been.
You finally were there. I was shocked to see you.
That was the first time, right? Thank you, Flockfest crew, for taking me with them, you know, and Jonathan Hawkins from Crown and Anchor for inviting me. Thank you so much. I had a great time. There was a family spirit in Provincetown, right? Like, I feel that, like, here we have so many gay people, but we're like separated from the straight people. It's like, let's have our Stonewall, let's have our parades, let's have our gay events, but let's be separate from the straight people. We can't do shit without the straight people. In Provincetown, it's like everyone's together. I saw 11-year-old girls crying over the drag queens because they knew them. They know all of you.
Yes, Provincetown is magical, and it is an amazing mix of gay and straight.
Yes,
you know?
There's just something we're not doing here that they're doing there that's just incredible.
Well, you know, I think it's Provincetown being so small, there really is nowhere else to go.
It's like there's no more space, so obviously we're gonna all be together, and that's it.
I know.
You know?
But I have to say, I love Fort Lauderdale, and I tell people this all the time. I love Fort Lauderdale, and I tell people Fort Lauderdale has a gay mayor, not Wilton Manors. Yes, they do too, but Fort Lauderdale. So, you know, and Florida can be very red, and even though we have a little blue bubble here with Wilton Manors, Fort Lauderdale itself is not gay.
Yeah.
But we have a gay mayor here.
Dean Trentalis.
Yeah, Dean Trentalis.
Handsome man.
Handsome man. Greek.
Hey, Dean.
Anyway, so, you know, so I just always say that about Fort Lauderdale. There's an amazing mix of people here.
Yeah.
Amazing mix.
And you can, you know, and I know that people say like, oh, don't go to Florida, right? Because this, that, and the third. There are so many safe pockets that you can be in. I'm not saying drive from South Florida to Tallahassee.
Dress
no.
like this.
Dress like that, right? With a big lesbian that says, I'm a big lesbian, right?
Yeah.
You know, I wouldn't say do that, but there are safe spaces. Orlando has an incredible gay community. She's going to be there, okay? Make sure you go see her. Down here, there's, you know, there is community here, you know? And like you said, then you're able to look at the mayor and go, the mayor's gay. He's got our backs, you know? The chief of police, guess what? He's gay.
Yes. And, you know, it would drive me crazy. Now, this happened more before this last one became president, but even during Biden, you know, when DeSantis would do something, people were like, I'm boycotting Florida. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you're going to punish the gay people who are already being punished. You know what? We are on the front lines in Florida, and we're not going anywhere. We're not going to be forced out. You know, it's the same thing if people said, oh, Trump is president. Why don't you move? No, you don't move. You stand your ground and you fight for what you deserve. This is America. You know, we can be wherever we want. And so do not ever boycott Florida. They are the most amazing gay people and gay businesses and art. The most amazing music scene in Wilton Manors. It's amazing. We have got to support places. Like if your finger hurts, do you cut it off? No, you put a bandage around it. You help it. Yeah. And so the whole boycott Florida drove me out of my mind. And I would preach that across the country. Go to Florida. There are amazing people. There are safe places to be, you know, and you know, let's face it, Wilton is just a dream.
It really is. It's a dream. I mean, you could, I have, you know, ran down Wilton Drive in a prom dress, you know. I have driven, you know, I have ran down Wilton Drive in a harness and a prom dress. Nobody even flinches, Varla. You know what I mean? I mean, that's the beauty of it. So, you know, and you love it so much so that you also live here as well, right?
I mean, love it. Yes, I live more towards the beach, but but I love it. You know, we're on the intercoastal, and so I have my coffee on. There's no place else in the world I'd rather be. I mean, I just look out of the water, and it's so calm and beautiful, and I love Fort Lauderdale. And the puppy, where'd he go? Anyway.
And he loves Fort Lauderdale too, you know. And South Florida is one of those places that when you look at the water, you look at the sand, you look at the gorgeous people, you're like, that's why we fight.
Yes.
That's why we're here.
This is why. And
that's why we stay
belong here.
And
we belong anywhere in this country that we want to go. Jasper, come on.
Jasper, who you? Jasper's just randomly like barking at people because he can't. Jasper, come here.
He's my bodyguard.
Come here, baby.
Come here, buddy. Come here.
Yeah, I'm afraid of him.
Come here. Come here, tough love. My femme top. Come here.
He's so cute.
There we go.
Did he just get groomed? I mean, he looks perfect.
He did. Come here. Come here.
So, do you find the audiences in Fort Lauderdale more wilder than the ones in P-Town, or just more Botoxed?
That's a trick question. You know, I don't perform in Fort Lauderdale a lot. I do the Christmas show and I do my show usually one night. I try to pack the house, and it is the most amazing audience. I love doing it here because, you know, I usually don't do houses that big. It's like a 600-seat house, and you know, I usually do about 200. And so it is just a magical night. And, you know, they all come out for me. I'm so happy that, you know, they you know, for 30 years, I used to perform at Georgie's Alibi. I was one of the first out-of-town acts they had at Georgie's Alibi.
What?
1998. And the Social Security office, and you all remember, the Social Security office was right next door. Yes, you know, and there was nothing around.
Nothing, that was it.
Nothing around. It was Georgie's Alibi. And it would be packed from the morning to night. I mean, people would just be eating and drinking. Georgie's was it, and they were wonderful. Georgie was so kind to me, and they saw me in Provincetown, and they brought me down here because this is before the internet, where people. That's why it was so great about Provincetown. They'd see me there, and then I could go anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
And so they had me down there, and I performed there for years and years and years.
Amazing, and Alibi kind of started it all, which is crazy, you know. You've done Broadway, you've done TV, film, Out Magazine's most influential list. You were on that too.
Yes,
That's
last
a
year.
big deal.
That was great. That was a surprise too. So I don't know how that happened.
Because you deserve it. What do you mean you don't know how that happened?
Thank you. But that was a big surprise, and that really touched me. You know, I've been around a long time, and as you know, Drag Race came well after I started, and some of the people I started with, like Miss Coco, who was just here a couple weeks ago, we talked. I remember we were eating dinner. I don't remember where we were, me and Jackie Beat and Sherry Vine, who are also some old girls, and we're like, I guess our career's over, But guess what? We're all still working.
Yep.
Our audiences are less mobile.
God, you're so silly.
But you know what? Look, he's licking your foot. Yeah.
I don't know where that. Remember, I told you I do stuff with my toes.
Yeah. Oh no. But we're still around. All of us old girls are still around. We're still working.
And there's still work for everybody, okay?
There's still plenty of work.
This is just from my seat, Varla, right? A lot of us, we're so marginalized that we're so afraid that you're going to take away what I have.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And we're giving the universe the wrong message. We've got to tell the universe that we're here for abundance. There's enough for all of us to work.
Well, I love that about Provincetown, too. You would think that a town full of drag queens would be a little cunty, but
they are,
but we all lift each other up, and we all support each other, and we all want everyone else to do well, and we promote each other. Even today, Miss Richfield, because I was like, oh, Miss Richfield must have fans in Orlando. And I asked him, would you go post for me? And he said, yes. He's called me and said, I'm not doing so well some way, so would you post for me? And we all post for each other. Nina West, the Drag Race Girls, has posted for me.
And Nina loves to be down here, too.
I love Nina. She is so much fun. Ben Creme, who's a good friend of mine. Jinx. If I needed something. Oh, and Bianca Del Rio. Even though she's the cuntiest, she is the most kind, generous queen there is. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, she will make the.
What is it like? I saw Coco Peru the other day live at Sunshine Cathedral, and she made fun of Bianca at least 10 times in her show. Where I took my bestie that had never seen Coco and was like, "Who the hell is Bianca Del Rio?" I'm like, "Look her up, bitch! Look her up and laugh at her too."
Can you say that one more time? Who the hell is Bianca Del Rio?
Varla, do you ever look back at little Jeffrey and think, how did we get here? From small town dreams to freaking Carnegie Hall in a corset?
Well, it's crazy because I had no idea I would do this for a living. I had no idea. I mean, I moved to New York from New Orleans. I'm from New Orleans, and I'm in advertising. But the reason why I moved is because my friend who I had gone to high school with moved to New York City, and he said, Jeff, last night I saw this drag queen do a monologue to a Wagner aria. And I was like, what? Because in New Orleans, at the time, we were lip syncing Melissa Manchester songs.
Oh my God. Do you know I just interviewed Melissa Manchester last week? I was like, oh my God, you're amazing. You're still around. That's amazing.
That's amazing.
Sorry,
continue. But it turns out that drag queen doing a monologue to a Wagner aria was Miss Coco Peru.
Oh my God.
Yes. And so I literally moved to New York because I thought I want to meet this Coco Peru, and I want to see what they're doing with drag in New York City, because we were not doing that in New Orleans. It was just there was a drag renaissance going on in the 90s in New York. I moved, I met Coco, we became good friends, we did a movie together, and she is inspiring to me because it taught me that you can do whatever you want to in drag. The drag part has nothing to do with it. If it's entertaining, the drag means nothing, so it just has to be entertaining.
It has to be entertaining. It has to be funny.
Entertaining, funny, different. You have to do your own thing.
Yeah. You have to make people forget about their normal lives and be there focused on the laughter with you,
Especially now, because, even though Coco this year did a political show, in Provincetown, this year I said, you know what, I'm not going to do one thing political because I just think people...
It's a lot.
Need an escape, right?
Well, and that fatigue you mentioned before is true.
It is true. People are tired of all that. So, I didn't do anything, and I did pop music. That was like the fluffiest thing I could think of to do. And it also made me do all new songs because I love to take one or two old ones, throw them in
just in case.
This year I couldn't because it was all pop music that's on the radio now.
Yeah.
So it was a good challenge, and it really worked out.
Well, and with that, you get newer fans, honey. Like at your last show in P-Town, I saw a lot of youngins that came with their old daddies, but they were still there, you know,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Ooh, I love her. Ooh, you're."
Well, the
she's,
year
you know."
before I did a Taylor Swift, the Errors tour. And so that really kind of changed my audience. I got a lot of straight girls, straight women. And, you know, if you can get straight girls and gay men,
You're done.
You got a full crowd.
You're
Honey.
good.
You got a full crowd.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Full crowd.
Varla, you know, I always say that, like, my gay boys, they keep me grounded, right? When anybody calls me pretty too many times in a row, they remind me, bitch, you don't look like that in the morning, right? You know, or they should see you without lashes. You know what I mean? They're the first ones. And I say that because one of my best friends just walked in and he does that for me, you know? Is there someone special cheering you on behind the scenes, aside from Jasper?
Yeah, well, you know, I have to say Miss Coco cheers me on all the time. Like, and we'll kind of, you know, lift each other up because we've both had kind of a hard time with everything politically. And you know, my boyfriend, Cade, who is just so... his humor, it takes a lot to make him laugh. And so when I wrote this last show, I kind of thought, would Cade find that funny? And you know what? It was maybe one of the best shows I've ever done because he has a very high standard of humor because I like to go low, low, low. And I kept it up a little bit. And you know what? It was really good. He's my muse. He's my muse, my boyfriend, Cade.
I love that. I love that. Is it hard to date you?
No. Oh my God! Are you kidding?
Basket of dildos. It's a party. You know.
Are you kidding? I think I have my challenges.
Just a few. You know, I
like
mean,
anyone else.
No, of course.
No, I know, but it is hard to date an entertainer or a personality. You know, because we, you know, our product is ourselves. So yes, we do have to focus on ourselves, and you know, we have to learn. I have to learn how to just like. You know, turn it off at certain times. You know what I mean? Because I'm always thinking, what could Varla do next? You know, but you just got to turn it off sometimes. Like people don't talk about their work. Like Cade doesn't tell me about his job all day long. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
but this is who you are.
It is who I am, yes. But I try to
be
hold it back.
Well, and to be true to Jeffrey too. You know what I mean? Like, because I mean, he's got to live there too. You know what I mean?
I know.
You know?
Yeah. Put Varla in that bag and put her under the bed. No, actually, I got her a storage unit, climate control.
Has to be. Has to
Florida,
be. Those damn
kidding?
wigs, you know. Varla, what's next? More shows? A tell-all book where you tell all the tea on these bitches.
I might write
I came,
a book.
I sang, I spanked. Something like that.
I might write a book, you know, but this year I'm going to start a podcast. I think in the new year, and just to give myself something to do. And you know, I do have a lot of contacts, if I could say so.
You have great friends too.
Colleagues, yes. So
did you say contacts?
I heard I'm going to Puerto Vallarta this year. I haven't been since COVID, so I'm excited to perform there.
Ooh,
and
PB's great.
Yeah, I'm going to perform the show until I'll do my new show in April in Palm Springs, and then whatever that is, I have no idea. And then I'll start that in Provincetown again in June.
I love that. She'll
Here
be
we go
giving out
again.
doxy for everybody. All right. Varla, I got a quick game that I'm going to play with you before I let you go. We call it Say What with FayWhat, and it's basically like the R game, right? So, you know, the OR game, excuse me. It's like a rapid fire, no thinking, just instinct, just answer, all right?
Yeah.
All right. Provincetown or Palm Springs? I know it's hard.
Provincetown.
Broadway or Bathhouse?
Bathhouse.
Carnegie Hall or Sunshine Cathedral?
Sunshine Cathedral.
Drag brunch or drag bingo?
Oh, drag bringo.
That just puts them together, don't worry.
Yeah.
Lip sync or live vocals?
Live vocals.
Spanx or F it?
F it.
Yeah, right.
I know.
You have like 3 on right now.
Shh. I'm laying down because I can't breathe.
Elton John or Elton Gone?
Elton John.
Ho, 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 or oh, no.
Ho, ho, ho.
Yes, Varla, you've made us laugh, you've made us cry, and clutch our pearls, sometimes all in the same moment. You are a gift wrapped in glamour and topped with a wig, all right? Everyone, please catch Varla Jean Merman in Holiday Fantasia on December 7th, and the Drowsy Chaperone on January 24th here at Sunshine Cathedral. They're both here at Sunshine Cathedral.
Yes.
Also, follow her on all social media at Varla Jean Jean. Merman, that's on Instagram and also on Facebook. Orlando, she's coming to you next. All right, so look out for her. If you're lucky, you'll get yourself a ticket, and you might even get Jasper to say hello and be nice to you. Right? I'm still waiting for his ass to follow me back.
I know.
I mean, what's a girl gotta do? I got him a tie and everything. I don't understand.
Look at the little face. Look at the little face.
I love that
know,
face.
he's so good.
I love him. Varla, thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
being on my
Faye.
show.
Thank you for having me.
You're a goddess, and I appreciate you. So those feet. Can you touch that button all
They're
the way back there? No?
Like Fred Flintstone feet.
Right?
Yeah.
Look into that camera and give them your best. FayWhat?
FayWhat?
There it is. All right. We will be right back.